Deportivo La Coruña, they used to be brilliant. They had some amazing players down the years as well. Juan Carlos Valeron is the one that really stands out for me. But did you know they also had Rivaldo, Makaay, Diego Tristan, Scaloni, loads and loads more as well. Brilliant players down the years. They actually did pretty well in Europe as well. They got to the Champions League semi-final 2004. Their last La Liga title was in 2000. But since then, things have gone very, very wrong. They now find themselves playing in the third division in Spain. And that, my friends, that calls for a rebuild, doesn't it? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another rebuild on the channel then. We are going to do Deportivo La Coruña today. Here they are in FM22 at the start of the game, finding themselves, as I mentioned, in the third division in Spain. If I go up one, there is the Segundo division. And if we go up, there is La Liga. Deportivo are in the third division. If I show you the season preview, it shows that they are favourites for the first season. The club looks like this. You see some of the legends at the club. Valeron, who I mentioned there. Mauro Silva and Bebeto and Jalminha in the icons. Makaay, I talked about. George Andrade, I remember him well. Naybet, Capdevilla, Fran. They've had some brilliant players down the years. Things are not looking as good these days, though. So we're going to go on a bit of a journey. There's the history, by the way. Look at how they've just fallen down. That's not a nice graph, is it, to look at? We're going to do a bit of a journey again, go through a few seasons, see if we can get Deportivo back to La Liga, see if we can go as close as we can to winning that, maybe. We will, of course, be also considering the financial side, which, by the way, at Deportivo isn't too bad at the moment. There's a little bit of an overall balance, 9 million. There is a slight transfer budget of 1.5 million pounds. The projection does say it's going to get worse. There is a little bit of debt at the club too, 21 million pounds, but nothing that's not too difficult to overcome in FM if you play your cards right. We will be jumping forward though and doing a few seasons. The squad needs a little bit of an overhaul. There's not too much in here that I like. You see some of the players in there. I mean, there's not many that I think you'd recognize necessarily. We are going to make some transfers. We're going to do a bit, and I will see you at the start of season number 1. Before we do jump forward to the start of season 1, before we jump into this rebuild properly, a super quick reminder from me to go and like the video if you think you're going to enjoy it, or if you do enjoy it, like it at the end. Leave me some comments too about some of the things that you're seeing. Leave me a comment on who you would like me to go and rebuild next. As always, I do like to try and do ones that I think you guys are going to want to see. So let me know what you want to see. And also subscribe to the channel, because it is really nice if you do so. And it shows me that you're enjoying the videos that we are putting out too. It also lets you know when a new video comes out. You get a notification and all that stuff too. Let's go and see what I've done to build the team really before we start season number 1. Okay, so the transfer business is pretty much complete. It's day 1 of the first season. We're about to play Logrones at home in the league, and I'm just going to go through the squad, through the team, to show you some of the players that I've brought in and a little bit of the approach that I'm going to take in terms of tactically and how we're going to start things. So in goal is going to be Makaay. He was already at the club. He is a pretty decent looking goalkeeper. He's 35. You'll notice there is a fair few old players here. It's basically what we can get, and I think they can still do a job in this division. In front of him, we've brought in Dede, the centre-back. Yes, that one. 33 years old, 6'4", still going to be decent for us, I do believe. That was brought in, I think it was on a free transfer. Yes, it was. He's joined from Cruzeiro on a free. Granero was already at the club. I think he's going to be decent, though. 6'2", play this central role. We're going to play this system, by the way. A bit of a I don't know what you'd call it, like a 5-4-1 maybe. I'm not really sure. It's a bit like the spanner really, which we played a lot of in the past, except instead of 3 strikers, we are going to play with 2 wide midfielders, or 2 wingers, if you like, inverted, cutting in from those wide areas. The final defender brought in was Brawson, one of the actual transfers that cost a little bit of money. He was a Malmo centre-back. He's a bit of a giant, 6'2". He's going to be, I think he looks really good actually. He is going to start at the back. Hernandez is at the club already, I do believe. Yes, he's already there. He's a left back. Benito, also already at the club at the start of the game, is going to be our right wing back. Both handy enough, I think, that can do a job. 30 and 29 years old. A bit of a theme, as I mentioned. 2 midfielders, both brought to the club by myself. Eddie Silvestre is a bit of a monster in that midfield. 6'3". He's going to be a box-to-box midfield. Azerbaijan international, I think. Was he actually, is he an international? Yeah, he's got 13 caps for Azerbaijan. He was a free transfer at the start of the game. Now here's a Football Manager legend for you guys. Freddie Guarin I've brought to the club to be our deep line playmaker. I think he's actually going to be really good if his legs can hold up for the course of the season. He is 35 years old. He was most recently playing in Colombia. Of course, had spells at Inter, Porto back in the day. Was a really, really good player back in those years. He's going to play for Deportivo in the 3rd division of Spain for us here. On the right-hand side, we're going to have Jota, a new signing. Not Diogo Jota, but the Jota that played for Birmingham and then went to Villa and now is going to play for Deportivo on a free transfer. He starts off the game as a free transfer. D. Camargo was already at the team, or already at the club. He's on loan from Leganes. He's going to start on the left-hand side. And then up front, a new signing, Nicolas Castillo. I think he's really good for this level. He's going to play as our striker. He is signed on a free from America in Mexico, where he's actually gone for 8 million and 6 million in the past. He's had a spell in Europe before with Benfica and Club Brugge and Mainz. Look, I think he can do the business in the third division of Spain. We're going to find out if we do the business, because we're going to go to the end of the season and I'll share with you how the first campaign has gone. Remember, we are the favourites to win this. Hopefully that happens. I'll see you in about a year's time. Okay, here we go. Season 1 complete. And well, we're expected to win the league and... well, win the league we did, just. It was closer than maybe I was hoping it was going to be. We've won the league by a point ahead of Extra Madura. It's 83 points for us, 82 for them. But a champion campaign to start things off here. We will take it. If I show you the profile, there were some great performances. Freddie Guarin, I built him up quite highly, didn't I, at the start? I said, if his legs can hold out, they did just about hold out. His pace is down to 8, acceleration down to 8. But look at this for a campaign. 17 assists, 12 goals from that midfield spot, a 7.8 average rating. Extraordinary stuff. I don't know how long he's going to be able to continue for, but a real star player for us. In terms of goal scoring, our top goal scorer was Nicolas Castillo. I said I thought he could do it at this level. He could do it at this level because he scored 15 league goals, 17 goals in all competitions, and we've managed to get ourselves promoted. Here you see our fixtures, some really, really nice runs of form. Look, if you look at this section here, unbeaten in a long time. We did drop points and lose some games, as you'd maybe expect us to. We went out of the Spanish Cup here to Sansi. We had 2 red cards in the first half here to lose that game 2-1. But pretty much, it's what you'd expect. We won most games, including some thrillers like this 5-4 here. Our performances from our players were excellent. In terms of the system used, I did move away slightly from the this system here, which I showed you at the start. We started to use a little bit more of a 4-4-2 with some other players that we did bring in as well. I'll show you the whole squad to kind of get you up to date in terms of transfers and stuff. There will be some different players here, but I'll show you, before we start season 2, I'll show you the squad again so we can go through it. But this system here did seem to be pretty successful. I was kind of switching between this one and this one. We've managed to get ourselves promoted. I'm going to go and prepare for season number 2 now and show you who is in the squad and what we're going to do and see if we can get back to La Liga. I'll go and do that now. See you in a minute. Let's do a click. Why not? All right, here we go. The wheeling and the dealing has been done for season number 2 then, and we are preparing ourselves to try. I think we can maybe go for promotion second season straight away. It might be a bit tricky. We will see, though. I've done some transfers. As you see here, we've spent £2.8 million. We have sold players for 525k. Some of the players that have left, like Dongu, Dede, Silvestre, some of the players that we did bring in to start with last year. We've made some more signings, though. I'll go through a few of these when they are in the team. I just want to show you one mainly, though. We've brought in Joaquin. He's 41 years old. He's still pretty good. I talked about Freddie Guarin's legs, right? Look at Joaquin's legs at 41 years old. Still got 11 pace and 11 agility. He could actually be really important for us this year. We will see. The side then is going to be set up like this. So we're going to continue with this sort of 4-4-2 system whereby we've just got this one winger pushed up slightly. The team, though, if we just go through them, some changes to some of the personnel. Karevic will be the goalkeeper. You see him there. In front of him, Fiamozzi is going to be our right back now. He has joined from Empoli. How much did we spend on him? He was a free transfer at some point last year. Yet to play, though. Oh, it was before the season ticked over. He's going to be our right back. Brawson and Babic are going to be our centre backs. Babic is new. He's been brought in for 275k, which is pretty big money compared to some of the other players, let me tell you that. Itu is going to play as our box-to-box. There you see him. He is... where did he come from? He was brought in from Dinamo... well, from Cluj, really. 300k for him. He's going to play as the box-to-box. He's going to play as the box-to-box as a slight improvement on Eddie Silvestre, who has departed. Karacha is going to start as our deep line playmaker. That is because Guarin has been released. He's now 35. He was great last year. I've decided, though, that we're not going to pay him 5k a week. Instead, we can get Karacha in. He's going to play in midfield here. I think he's a very good player. 29 years old. We have brought him in for 275k from Porto. Pastrana is going to play left midfield or left wing. He is a pretty good winger, I think, actually, as well. I like him. 650k for him. Hoping for big things from him. And then up front, we're going to have 2 players. Asensio who has been brought to the club from Alcorcon for 300k. He's going to play on the right-hand side as an advanced forward. You see these players, they don't look remarkable, but for this division, for this league, they're going to be able to do a job. They've got good finishing and decent physicals. That's kind of what you're looking for, right? And then alongside him, I'm expecting big things from him because he's very aggressive. He's a bit of a pressing forward. Rodrigo Aguirre, 6'1". I quite like him. I like his left foot playing on that left-hand side as well. We've brought him to the club for £165,000. That is basically going to be our setup for this year. We've got Joaquin on the bench. We've got Jovanovic, who played a lot last year on the bench. A decent squad to go with that too. We're going to go for promotion. That is because we are predicted to finish 12th. So I'm thinking playoff spots is going to be our stretch goal here. Will it be possible? We will find out as a promoted team, but we're going to go for it. I'm going to see you at the end of season number 2. Okay, season number 2 is complete, and this is the playoff final to get us promotion back to La Liga. We managed to do it. We finished 3rd in the league, and this is the playoff final. We went 1-0 up. They equalised. We managed to win it in the final 10 minutes. Babic and Asensio with the goals. I'll show you some of the performances from these players. There may be one or two that you're thinking, who are they? For example, Tedic, who did join the club and was unbelievable this year. I'll show you him a little bit more in a second. Let me show you the league campaign. There you see it, a 3-1 win against Cadiz to get us back to La Liga. We finished 3rd on 86 points. We nearly won the league. It wasn't quite enough though. We had to go the playoff route. We were successful, and it was a fantastic campaign overall. You see here, Tedic was our top goal scorer. We brought him in after I showed you the players we brought in after the first game of the season. From, where did he come from? Was it Man City? He was there, right? Yeah, he was at Man City. Yeah, from Manchester City, 250k. Look at this for a season. 27 goals in 40 appearances, a 7.37. I mean, looking at him, there's nothing too special about him. He's big and he's tall, and he's got very well-rounded attributes. 14s are pretty good for that level, I think. Jumping reach, obviously really good. He scored goals. He was excellent. We also had a great performance in the midfield from Karacha, who he replaced Freddie Guarin. It's a super important position in our team. 275k. He got 21 assists in our season. He took over from Guarin perfectly and was excellent for us. I'm not sure he's going to be good enough for La Liga, but we will see. I did keep going really with the system that was like the 4-4-2 with the winger pushed up. I've actually pushed up the other winger as well, as we seem to be, you know, pretty strong in the league. It looks like this now. It's more of a 4-2-2. I think we might continue with it, you know. It seems to work pretty well. We had Tedic and Aguirre. Aguirre himself, really good, by the way. I said I expected big things. I didn't expect him to be outshone by another striker, but 26 goals from him. Outrageously good. Karacha there, look, I should probably put him in the team because he played 41 games in there. We did have some decent rotation options, though. This was the team. Let's show you the results as well, look, as we go through. There were some big losses in there. 5-1 to Las Palmas, 5-1 to Almeria, but also some big wins alongside that too. 4-0 against Girona here as well. We were a little bit up and down, not quite good enough to win the league, but good enough to go up through the playoffs. It means season number 3 is going to be in La Liga, and staying in the division is going to be our aim. I'm going to go and prepare the team for that by doing some transfers. I will see you with the plan for season number 3. All right, so I know I said I'd be back at the start of season number 3. I actually lied. I'm back and it's the end of season number 3. And the reason for that is we have had the most outrageous season ever here. And I wanted to kind of share it in one big section of this video to properly go into a little bit of depth, because our first season back in La Liga, back in the top division in Spain, has ended with us qualifying for the Champions League. We finished 3rd in our first season back. It is superb. We were actually almost very, very close to being in a bit of a title challenge, in a bit of a title battle here. We finished on 81 points. Barcelona have won the league on 86. We were predicted to finish, I think it was 18th in the league here. We've managed to absolutely smash that out the park. We've been unbelievably good. And I want to just show you how I managed to do that, because I told you about Rodrigo Aguirre beforehand, right? He doesn't even look that good, but he's just so good in this game. He scored 30 goals for us, and he's finished as the top scorer in the league as we finished 3rd here, qualifying for the Champions League in season number 4. I am going to go and do a season number 4. Now, usually this might be the place where we finished it off, but I think we might be able to win the league. So I'm going to go and do a season 4 and see if that is possible in today's video. Let me show you the team, and I'll go through them because we've made so many signings in this time that I kind of want to just show you the team that we're using, and then any other players that I did buy that didn't really work as much, I guess they don't matter as much. So This is the squad. The system has stayed the same. It's this 4-2-2 system. The goalkeeper is Robert Sanchez from Brighton. You'll recognise him. We brought him in for £6 million. Just we needed a good goalkeeper for the top division, right? He's 6'6" as well, which I really like. He's got decent reflexes, which is the main thing I look for in a goalkeeper, as long as they aren't very eccentric. He's maybe slightly too eccentric for my liking, but he's Spanish and he's tall and he could come to our club. So he's been really good. He's actually been excellent for us with his 39 games here. At the back, we've got Estevez in on loan from Porto. A bit of a wonder kid actually in FM, isn't he, Thomas Estevez? And he's been really good for us, 7.05 average rating. On the other side at left back, Jesus Vasquez has been our left back. We have loaned him. He is on loan from Valencia. He's going to be really good. 21 years old, left-footed. Look, there are his attributes. At centre-back, Brawson, who's been here from the start, is still playing for us and is still really good. I really like him. Alongside him is Gomez, who was a youngster that we did bring in a while ago. He's leaving the club, but he was brought in for 46k. He doesn't always start, does Gomez? Instead of him starting, it is usually, there he is there, look, Pedro Henrique is usually the starter. He is a 6'3" defender that was brought in on a free from Portugal. Is that Vitoria or something like that? I'm not quite sure. Really good though. 7 goals from him at centre-back, Pedro Henrique. Into the midfield, maybe the star man of the team. If you don't count Aguirre as the star man. It's between these two anyway. They're probably going to be in the thumbnail. It's Monchu, who is an ex-Barcelona youngster. There you see his career stats there. Look, we brought him for £7.5 million. He is so good. He's going to be even better as well. Just 24. Could get a bit better. Really well-rounded. Great deep line playmaker. Going to get so many assists for us. Did get a fair few assists in this first season as well as 6 goals for us. He usually starts alongside Karacha, or they kind of swap roles. Monchu can sometimes play this one as well. They can both kind of interchange in those. Monchu is the box-to-box sometimes. Karacha has been really good as the deep line playmaker. He's got a very nice amount of assists for us in his starts. Only 6 this year, but last year 21. Look, really good player. Like him a lot. On the wings, we've got Marcus on the right hand side. He's a Nigerian left-footed winger that we brought in for 900k. On the left-hand side is Popescu. He's right-footed, playing inverted too. He was brought into the club for £3.5 million. Had a decent season for us without being too... These wingers are kind of just like ball carriers that take the ball and give them to our strikers to put in the back of the net. Aguirre, we looked at, scored 31 goals, doing exactly that on the left-hand side, alongside Tedic on the right-hand side. We've built a really good team here with a team that aren't really well known, quite unknown players that are doing really well for us, and I think can challenge for a title next year with 1 or 2 more additions. I will just show you the overall balance and the finances as well, because obviously going to the top division, you do get plenty of money in. We've got 18 million in the bank, a decent transfer budget of £13 million. The debt, by the way, is still there, but slightly down on what it started as. The projection now looks like it's going to rise, though. £38 million. Of course, we've qualified for the Champions League. That will definitely help with that. Next year, we're going to go for the big one. I'm going to go and get ready for it, and I will see you, and I'll let you know how it goes. See you in a second. Okay, here is the side. Here is the tactic. Here is the system that we're going to take into season number 4 of our Deportivo save as we go for the La Liga title. I think it's possible. It's going to be touch and go. Barcelona, Real Madrid, obviously really, really good, aren't they? But the side looks like this. Sanchez still in goal. There are 1 or 2 suspensions here, so bear that in mind. Pedro Henrique will probably start at centre-back. Estevez will probably start at right-back. Brawson may well start at centre-back. Maybe not, though, anymore. We've got Van Haysden in. He's going to come in. He's going to be really good for us this year. Igor is a left-back for us now. We've got Karacha playing right-back in the place of Estevez at the moment. Some big signings in here, though. Elif Elmas, I think, is going to turn into a really good player. 24-year-old. We brought him in for quite a bit of money, right? £6 million. He's come in from Napoli. In the midfield with him, Monchu will continue. Juro on the left-hand side, really like him. He's going to be good. Hugo Juro, £7.5 million brought in. Suso, the former Liverpool, Milan winger, has been brought in on loan from Sevilla now. I think he could be a nice bit of experience in there. And then up front, we're going to continue with Aguirre. And no longer is it going to be Tedic, although Tedic is still at the club, he's going to be in the squad. It's going to be Pietro Pellegrini. FM players, you know him well, I'm sure you do. £3 million, not quite the wonder kid that he used to be on the game, but still pretty good. I think he's going to score goals because he's still big and strong and can finish. So I'm hoping he's going to do the business for us. Can we go and win a La Liga title? I will see you at the end of the season. All right, here we are. It is the end of season number 4. And have we won the La Liga title? No, we haven't. Real Madrid were just too good this year. We've actually finished third, which is pretty respectable, I do think. We are not far away from it. We are a really, really good side now, but not quite good enough to go and win that title. Not yet, anyway. Maybe I'll continue this save. I think we might leave the rebuild here. We've successfully rebuilt Deportivo, I think. Let's just show you the balance as well. £40 million in the bank. The debt, it's almost gone. £1 million in debt. There's a little bit of transfer debt, which does happen, but the projection shows that things are going to continue getting better. This season, then, we've had some brilliant performances from some players. I'll show you the schedule here. We do have one more game. We've made the Europa League final, which I'm going to go and play. I'll let you know how we get on in that. Maybe that's the way to end this if we win. It's against Arsenal, so I'm not massively confident. I don't think we're going to be the favourites for that, but pretty good run in the Europa League. We did go out of the Champions League in the group stages to finish there. We had Slavia Prague, Roma and Liverpool in our group. So we beat Slavia Prague, but we did lose to Liverpool and to Roma. So you'd maybe expect that. We did actually get a 0-0 draw with Liverpool here. The performances from the players, though, have been really good. If I show you some of them on here, Pietro Pellegrini managed to get himself 20 league goals, 27 goals in all competitions. And then our best overall player in terms of average rating was Monchu once again. He got 29 assists from that midfield. I said he was good. He's really, really good. I'll show you the tactic, which we continue to do. It's the 4-2-2 that we've pretty much used for most of this save now. You see some of the players in there and some of their performances. Great once again from Pellegrini. Walter Gonzalez did come in for Aguirre up front. Aguirre still at the club, still could be used if we need him to be. Did score 12 league goals. Hugo Duro on that left-hand side. We've also got Marcus coming back in. I think you know most of these players. Oh, this is a good guy. We had him in a rebuild recently, didn't we? We brought him in once again to play this deep line playmaker role. He's brilliant on the game. Gerald Tavara. Go and get him in your saves. He's really good. Tony Lato on loan there. You see the squad. I'm going to go and play this Arsenal game. I'll see you after that one. Can we finish it off with a Europa League win? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Right, well, I'm glad I didn't use that as a live com then, because we've lost 5-0 to Arsenal in the Europa League final. So the rebuild then is going to end here. We made it to a Europa League final, but Arsenal, as I thought they might just be, were just a bit too good for us. Pepe got 2. Odegaard got 2. Partey even scored a goal there as well. We lost 5-0. It's actually quite close on the stats, but do you know what? I'm proud of the team nonetheless. We will leave it there for today. What a brilliant rebuild that has ended up being. A really fun save, actually. I do recommend it. If you want to go and do a Deportivo save, you can definitely find some hidden gems. Use some different players in the game. Most of those players that did really well for us were not players that were the most well-known and the go-to players to sign, which I quite like that, you know. That, though, is where we will end it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you don't already do so. I'm going to do another rebuild. Let me know who you think I should go and do in the comments down below. Give the video a like. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye.